We live. Hotep Jesus in the building.
What's going on, people? Episode 6 of Hotep's Been Told You. Hotep Jesus, how you doing, man?
Oh, what up, man? I'm feeling good. Life is good. I'm feeling vibrant. I'm feeling energetic. Leo season here, and I'm feeling like a lion.
Oh, my God. Here y'all go with these seasons, man. I remember birthdays was just your birthday. Now it's Capricorn season. First they did the whole weekend, then they did the whole week. Then it was months. Now it's seasons, man.
Yeah.
When is it going to end? The birthday shenanigans.
Whole month. I'm rocking on somebody else's song.
Anyway, let's hello everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Please hit the thumbs up. I agree. We greatly appreciate it. Here, please hit the share button if you can. You know the deal. We want some questions, super chat it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Thanks for everybody coming by. Let's start off with LeBron. The big news of the week. LeBron. I've been critical of LeBron. It was a player. I think he's kind of soft at times. You know what I mean? I seen him quit against Dallas. I seen him quit against Boston. But listen, neither here nor there. He's going to L.A. and he opened a school up in his hometown, Akron, Ohio. And let's just talk about that because there's whole different stuff. But let's talk about the significance of him opening the school, man.
You want to start with the good or the bad?
Go with the good. Go with the good, man.
We going with the good? Let's go with the good. First of all, Hotep's been told you what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate move is like build your own institutions. But then let's talk politics real fast and point out the fact that Democrats are against school choice. So even if black kids want to go to LeBron school, some of them might not be able to under Democrat rule. And that's why I like the conservatives say be outside the business. We could send our kids to LeBron James school, And the worst thing you want is somebody who doesn't understand your culture, somebody who's not like you teaching your kids or just receiving the information. It's not good for the subconscious mind. It's not good for the conscious mind or the culture. And you can't complain about your history not being taught when you asking somebody else from another tribe to teach you your tribe's story. So I like the move. I've been critical of LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan by any means at all. But when I saw it, I had to applaud it because that's what Hotep's been saying to do,
Kevin Desada in the chat said, "Will LeBron give out degrees in victimology?" I clap it up for him. I'll clap it up for LeBron. You know what I mean? He put his money where his mouth is. You know what I mean? He's not the only player that's done this. Jalen Rose notably he's got a charter school with, I think, high school students. You know what I'm saying?
Deion Sanders.
Deion, yeah. Is that school still open?
Hey, man. I don't know.
They got Deion out of there, man. I mean, you gotta clap it up because we hear is all the schools. We don't got no schools. They close down the schools. They give us secondhand books. And this guy put his money where his mouth is. I mean, they can bike. They give him free bikes. He's helping the parents get jobs. He's getting everybody who graduate. I guess they locked into Akron. If they want to go to school for free, they go to Akron University. So they going. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him. You know what I'm saying? Now, some jokes was on the timeline.
So hold on. Okay. Hold up. So LeBron, I just want to talk about the bad real quick. So we saw what happened with Cory Booker when all that money from Facebook, over $100 million, came from Facebook and went to North schools, and we got almost nothing came from that. Got a whole bunch of brand new gold chains and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where that money went. So I just want to point out also that hopefully in this LeBron school, like who was that in the chat that said victimology? Like if you got an institution and they teaching victimology, that's almost worse than having those. I feel like that's worse than having no school at all. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're indoctrinating the kids with a false philosophy that's going to go against their best interest. My suggestion is Put some Hotep teachers up in that school, man. Balance it out. Y'all want to have the left? Put some right in there, man. The school needs some right wing. You need your Khalid Muhammad's, you know what I'm saying? You need your dudes that's going to be a little bit hard on the right to balance your energy out in school. Otherwise, you're going to come out with these SJWs out that institution. That's the last thing we need.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying you need some Hoteps in there. A lot of people were saying why ain't he called Dr. Umar? Dr. Umar, you know what I mean? LeBron beat Dr. Umar to the punch, you know what I'm saying? Now you can't, even if LeBron knew Dr. Umar or conversated with him, you know damn well the person of LeBron stature can't give out the money to Umar. You know what I mean? They would really get put their foot on LeBron's neck. You know what I'm saying?
He'd be finished.
Yeah, and you know what? The one thing I couldn't stand is that black folks, they couldn't wait. They like, oh, see, Dr. Umar, you couldn't do it, but LeBron could. You know what I mean? Like if Dr. Umar had LeBron's money, I'm sure the school would have been built by now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like we got to put one brother down to raise another brother up, and I just don't. This is the African American, the Akata, the Shine mentality, I think.
Yeah, they always gonna take shots at Hoteps, man. They gonna it's just like, yo, after we done created the idea and nobody wanted to help. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to help. Then here come LeBron with his NBA check, his Nike sold out check. Like, here's the school. And then they want to compare the two. It's like, yo, y'all trash, man. Y'all trash. I love my people, but I hate my people. Terrible. Umar, I know he had some run-ins with some strippers.
Come on, man. How you gonna hold that against him, man?
Hold up. Follow where I'm going. I know he had some slip-ups with some strippers, but stuff like that can't be held accountable against a man. He's a man. He's single. He has no wife. He's single. Why can't he go to the strip club? You know what I'm saying? This is what's wrong with our people. It's like we got to be perfect in order to get something done. Like everybody complaining didn't just come from the strip club. Like everybody cousin don't work at the strip club. Girls on IG getting mad paper at the strip club. Right. Snapchat, strip club. Hip hop, strip club. And he's at the strip club and you looking at him funny? This is what I'm saying. It's the double standard that sucks with the black community, man. Got to do better.
Yeah, I mean, even though I don't agree with, LeBron's political outlook, you know what I mean? I got to give it up, clap it up for him. I hope the school succeeds. You know what I mean? Like you said, I think the coursework or the mission statement of the school is just as equally important as the school itself. You know what I mean? I hope he's not making a farm team for the leftists. That's what he could be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it's not that, you know what I mean? But I hope it'll help those kids in Akron, Ohio. You know what I mean?
Word. I'd love to be involved in that project too. You know what I mean? Just like, because you need more than school. You know what I'm saying? And I checked out the plans, and they did have some programs for the parents. And Newark has had programs just the same. You know what I mean? But we need to attack the problem from like all ends, right? So you need the streets to chill out. You know what I mean? So you need somebody that's going to talk to the streets, like Jawi or something like that out here in North. You know, you need somebody who can get the parents together, to work together. That's what you really need. You need 4 or 5, maybe 10 parents. You see, like you got the PTA. The black community needs its own PTA, and they're just working together to have more, learning for the community, and also learning together. There's a lot of skills that they can learn together. And then of course the children at the school, but I feel like it's not just the school, but it's after school. It's the activities that are, more important sometimes than the day school.
Yeah. For elementary, it was for at-risk kids. I think that's for the school. It's not just for regular students.
Because after school, you know what it is. They going right to the streets. Yeah. You got to take them straight from the classroom to another program after school.
You're right about that. You gonna read the super chats?
Oh, we got super chats?
Yeah.
I'll be forgetting about them. Umar, who's this? P Dog Knight with the $5 super chat. Umar raising funds. Brown wrote a check. Yep. You right. You're absolutely right. Just Blaze, $4.99. Dame Dash has been going off on Leo Cohen for being a culture vulture. It's pretty hilarious. Been following? Any thoughts? Ooh, Leo. You want to add Leo in here somewhere, yo? We should talk about Leo.
Yeah, we might as well running for a couple of minutes.
All right, let's talk about Leo.
Did you see the interview on Breakfast Club? I seen snippets. I didn't see the whole thing. I wanted to get to it so I could make a video.
I saw snippets. I don't need to watch the whole thing. Did you see the part where he tried to deny knowing Dame Dash?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Did you see the part where he started stuttering when they asked him how he against the drugs but still making money off of it? Did you see him stutter?
Shame, man. You know what? That was a damn shame. He was like, I don't know.
It's business.
It's business.
It's business. See? And Dame Dash, I feel like Dame Dash, the Hotep of hip hop, man, sometimes, because he the one that been telling cats about Leo, been telling cats about the music industry and schooling cats of how dirty the game could be. And everybody wrote him off, said he was crazy. But that's what they always say about Hoteps, man. That's what they always say. But Leo, snake, man. Snake. He over there at YouTube Music. He's head of YouTube Music. You know what I mean? He with Warner and all that.
Yo, I kind of talked about this last night in the interview we did that won't be that them cats deleted last night. How is Leo still relevant? If you know what I mean, if people can put their product, their music straight to the net, and anybody can get it, how is the Leors and them still able to finesse and finagle the shine and make the degenerate hip hop? You know what I mean? How can he still make it happen? You should have got Leo out the paint 10 years ago.
You know what it is? He's got the machine. So right now we know that 98% of mobile apps is run by two companies, Google and Apple. And that's 98% of just the devices. Just think about the devices. So even if you had music and you wanted to get it to people on this phone and black people built their own system, they could box you out. You dig what I'm saying? But let's remember when Jay-Z dropped Tidal, and how everybody was hating on Tidal. It was like, yo, we got our own thing. You get a better cut. You get a better cut than what Apple gives you. Put your music over here. And everybody's just like, oh, no, I'm still on Apple Music. You know what I mean? That knick-knock starts to kick in. So you got enemies on both sides. So it's really difficult to do it when your own people tearing you down when you building. It's like you building a house, and every time you put a brick up, they take one down.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, put that shit back, bro. That's like, help, pitch in. And then they just want to sit there and watch Umar try to build the house. And the whole time he building the house, there's 20 people standing on the side of the street watching build the house, yelling at him. I saw you with the stripper last night. He trying to build a school and they just yelling at him. It's like, nah, come over there and you know what I'm saying, throw some bricks up. This is the other problem. So we're not helping each other build. And at the same time, we getting blocked out and getting marginalized by the conglomerates. Alphabet, Larry Page, you know what I'm saying, and Apple. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I definitely think we let Dame Dash down. You know what I mean? Well, J. Cole made that. We let Nas down. I think we let Dame Dash down. I think he needs to be a more of a voice in the culture. I think we need to find I hopefully he finds a spot. You know what I mean? But he's going to get some He's gonna get some coverage. I seen him on IG. Him and Tariq are having an interview. Tariq jumped right on it. Tariq the She jumped right on it. They're on IG giving an interview to Dame Dash. So
word.
Yeah, man. You don't follow Dame on Instagram, man?
I forgot to follow Dame because my account got suspended.
Oh, okay, yeah. I follow Dame on Instagram, so he's gonna start doing a whole bunch of interviews because Leor, he laying into Leor, man. He laying into him.
Yeah, we gotta promote that. We gotta push that. We gotta get behind that.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the Gunn, James Gunn, man. Isn't that his name, James Gunn?
James Gunn.
Yo, Disney said now the cast came out with a statement. Now Disney is saying we don't know. We're thinking we're gonna stay away from them. They're hemming and hawing. I think they was putting their foot in the water to see how hot cold that thing was. And they were like, well, it's kind of iffy, Gunn, man. I don't know what we can do, man.
Bruh, they pulled the whole cast out. You know what happened? I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. What the heads do, they go to the numbers guys, right? And they go to the numbers guy and they go, yo, what does our money look like if these, numbers don't hit? If, Galaxy of the Guardians 3 doesn't hit, what do our numbers look like? And they looked at that number and they was like, nah. So they ran over to the PR team and told the PR team, like, look, we got to get James Gunn back in the spot. You know what I'm saying? What do you got to do? They're like, all right, we're going to start making phone calls now. So they start calling the whole cast. You got to go straight to the cast because it's for the movie. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for Disney. This ain't for nothing. This for the movie and the fans, right? They made that call. You know what I'm saying? Powers that be got the media outlets right there next to them. So they run to the media with the PR story. You dig what I'm saying? So they run right to their buddy next door. Like, yo, can you put this out in the media and make it look good? I got you. And the media puts it out and voila, here we are. You know what I'm saying? It's a system. The system is crazy.
Even because I think the same day James Gunn got hemmed up, Anthony Anderson, the next day, here come Anthony Anderson. They're going to knock him upside the head, man. They say he's still on that thing too, man.
What you say? You see how they pivoted like that straight to the black man? Yo, they wicked. Yo, they are wicked. And like nobody's even thinking about Anthony Anderson. I can't believe Anthony Anderson was hitting on. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? No, not happening. And they just reaching now.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's kind of crazy how these media stories come out, man. When they have some when they do want to do a hit piece, just like when Kim K came out and said, "I don't got nothing to say about Donald Trump. He helped me out." You know what I mean? Next day, here come Tyson Beckford. I mean, here come Tyson. He gonna make a remark about her hips. Oh, that's not for me. And then she clapped back, and everybody talking about. Oh, she said, sis, it's homophobic. I'm like, what happened to black folks, man? We can't. I thought we played the dozens. What they used to call the dozens or your mama jokes or whatever. That's what they used to play when I was in the streets.
Yeah.
They can't handle nothing. But that's just saying, when somebody does something, they got media stories ready to fire off on people.
Oh, they in a clip. They got whole teams that I remember I was talking to a former employee of BuzzFeed, and they were like, yo, you walk into BuzzFeed, late, you lose your spot. If your story ain't there, you could last a week. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to just come with them stories, bro. They got a whole team fighting, and they wasn't even paying. She said it wasn't even paying for the stress level. You know what I mean? To be able to come up with them stories, but you basically pulling shit out your ass. Say it, trying to tell the story. Yeah, it's crazy. But you see, they talk about misogyny and black patriarchy and oppressing the black woman. Kim Kardashian, the honorary black woman that she is getting attacked by a black male. And what is he? He's a liberal. So when we talk about toxic masculinity, can you please not associate that with Hoteps? Associate that with your associates, your colleagues, your buddies, the people you go to after hours with. are talking to women like this. That's just preposterous. I'm appalled that he would even come out of his mouth like that. That's just
crazy.
terrible.
That really is. Now, do you think that her calling him sis was problematic? Like I in my life, man, they were like, "Oh, she's calling him sis. That's homophobic. She's trying to imply he's gay, so he doesn't even want anything to do with my body." I'm like, and people were, it was funny, man. The black gay guys were like, "Well, it's true." But the women hate Kim. Some of the women hate Kim K because that's competition. You know, I mean, that's how women think. So they was going in on her, but the black gays was like, well, she's telling the truth.
Like a real man wouldn't even do that. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be like, oh, Kim Kardashian, your hips. Like, who says like a man wouldn't say that? That's how you know it had to be a feminine energy to be like, oh my God, look at your hips. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's straight up feminine energy this dude got, yo. It's trash, yo. It's just all trash, man. And I just wanted to stop, man. Just wanted to stop.
Yeah, it definitely is.
John J. Super Chat. My bad. I was looking at another episode.
All right. Anne Hathaway, man. She went on and made was it on Instagram or was it on Facebook? I don't know where it was, man.
Instagram.
It was on the gram. And that's where everybody do when they want to make a statement. They go right to the gram, write a whole goddamn paragraph. Mm-hmm. Man, I never been so demeaned as a black man in my life, man. She's trying to talk about we black people are scared to death, fight for the death every day. As soon as we walk out the door, you better be on your pivot, on your P's and Q's. The white man out there to kill you every day. That's what she was really implying, man. I couldn't even believe it. Come on. I've never been so demeaned ever in my life.
Yo. It's so crazy. It's so hard to put into words. Like she said, all black people are scared of white people. I saw that and I was like, it's like, I'm not scared of no white people. What is she talking about? Speaking for us, the black liberal. Make us look like victims. I'm not even a protected, what do they call it? A protected group, a protected group on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm not a protected group. White men are. What are you talking about? This is facts. Oh my God. And she says that we are scared.
Oh my God. We're scared. But you know what was scarier? I seen black men agree with her. Have no shame.
You know, that's them simps.
Yo, matter of fact, if you type Anne Hathaway cookout, Anne Hathaway cookout.
No way. No way they did that.
If you type in Anne Hathaway cookout, she got so many cookout invites, it'll blow your mind, man.
No way. I'm not believing that.
I'm telling you.
Are you serious, bro?
It's like there's a whole group of us that are just I don't know. Need to go to the Wizard of Oz and get a heart, man.
Yo, it's like I keep coming back to this theory that they're just in this bubble. You know what I mean? I feel like they're in this bubble, and the bubble revolves around CNN and MSNBC and CNN and NBC and ABC. I feel like that's the bubble they live in. And that bubble, if you sit there and you watch that programming over and over and over again,
right.
Like I start to see why they think that. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the point where you say, well, look, you know, the news is fake. And it's just like, no, it's not. And you like, yo, unplug the TV and see how you think different. And then people think you crazy for saying that. But I really believe it's that damn box, yo. Lupe was talking about on that first album, the box. And it's programmed. It's got, you know, the sad part is with the celebrities, they're not on social media, right? So when they do catch up, it's probably like in spurts from like whatever's on the news. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like while they're trying to get dressed, it's just playing in the background. So they're not even aware like some of us are who are able to have time to dig up some of this stuff. So, you know, their view of America right now is like whatever Soros wants it to be. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the Democrats that got this election coming in November want it to be. And if you're glued into that November midterm election propaganda, you're gonna start saying some wild shit. Like this, it's about to be wild going all the way up into the midterms, yo. It's just like it's asinine at this point.
Yeah, it's really going to be coming down to crunch time. Or do you actually think some of these black folks are they that shook of white folks?
No.
I don't know. I think some of them are scared to death of that white man. That white man put that thing on. They don't want that white man bringing that thing back out, man. They're scared to death, man. Some of these Negroes are scared to death. I'm trying to tell you, they scared to death.
Yeah, they scared.
All that shit, man. But it's crazy. They scared to death and want the white man to love them.
Here's why I do see your point, right? So when it comes to like being around white people, how they, you ever been around something and they be like, man, straighten up, it's white folks here. Like, like I'm supposed to act different because white people are here. You know what I'm saying? It's like I see like a lot of that from left wing, you know, where they straighten up when white folks come around. At work, you know, the root, they won't say certain things because they're scared of that white man. You know what I mean? So you're right, they definitely scared. They definitely scared. I was saying more like physically. Physically, a lot of them be scared, like when it's in safe. But once you turn the knob switch, once that knob switch go, they ain't scared of nobody. What's that? Elizabeth Luca, $15 super chat. 2 of my favorite guys in one show. Sending y'all love and blessings from Alabama. Stay safe and vigilant. Shout out to Elizabeth Luca.
You,
I appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Word out.
Now we got some good news. Trump GDP, man. What is 4?
What is it?
4.1 or 4? Was it 4 flat?
I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know. What does the GDP mean? I think it's gross. Was it gross domestic?
Gross domestic product. How much of that weight we moving? You know what I'm saying? How much weight we moving? We up 4%?
Yeah, man. You hear those big news?
Word. I mean, here's the thing with Hotep Jesus and finance and Trump, right? I've been knew that was going to happen. Like when he first put the tariffs on, I'm like, okay, you shutting down the block. It's time to make negotiations. We got to sit down and talk. And what do we know about Trump? Art of the deal, right? So I know when Trump sit down at the table, something good gonna come out of it. I seen the movie. I read parts of the book. You dig what I'm saying? So I knew. So when cats started talking about the GDP, I'm like, man, I should have known that was gonna come. You seen the markets of China started tanking and ours started going up. We got that weight, man. Trump got this, man. Trump got this shit, man.
Yeah, 4%. Man. That's what he said, you know, and you know, there's a poll out. He got 50% on the poll. You know, I think what was the number for the black support? It was like in the 20%, right?
Yeah, that shit jumped 6%. It was at 15 and jumped to 21, up 6%. Woo! Trump 2020, nigga.
But you know what that is? You know, there's a whole bunch of black folks that punch a card. You know what I mean? They go to work and punch a card. Them jobs is eat. They're really starting to eat. You know what I mean? They're seeing the benefits of that. You know what I mean? While these liberal, the paper on the wall Negroes, they sit up there and cry and moan, oh, Trump this. While the man that's actually got a job, I'm not trying to diss that man because some of them make a lot more money than me. You know what I mean? They eating right now. They see the money in their paychecks. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're like, hey man, it's all good.
Yo, I did my own survey. Just like a bunch of people I knew, I feel like a month straight, just asked everybody. I'm like, did you get a rebate from tax? How's the Trump tax treating you? How did Trump tax you? Yo, I swear I didn't have not one person complain. It was like, I can't stand Trump. I asked them that shit. They was like, yo, that tax was good though. Everybody, yo. So I'm looking at it like, yo, you stupid, man. You got money in your pocket. Got money in your pocket. You worry about some Mexicans at the border. I can't help you, yo. I can't help you, yo. I can't help you. P Dog Knight, $5 super chat. Every black person killed by a cop or white 24/7 coverage killed by black crickets. Think I'm lying? Whose names do you know? P Dog Knight, third eye open. Yeah, you know the deal. When they killed by blacks, the revolution will not be televised.
Yo, man.
Huh?
Yo, but it's like, I always thought like they kept some presidents in line by like threatening to crash the economy, but it seems like this guy, like Trump, has figured either he outmaneuvered them or they're trying to do it other. They're trying to get him out here on collusion. But it looks like he's really righting the ship economic wise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I think these years, hopefully we get. I'm pretty sure we're going to get he's going to get reelected, but these are going to be the money years, man, for a lot of people, man. You better make the money when Trump in, man. You better get some of that Trump cash, man. You better get that Trump economy, get you a piece.
Yeah. With Trump, I see him as having so much pride that he'd be like, lose to Hillary? I don't need to cheat. I'm going to whoop her ass. Like, that's the attitude. Like, I feel like he wouldn't even want to cheat because he just knows he's going to win. You know what I'm saying? That's why I truly believe, like, outside of all the, when people say, oh, you pandering, like my real actual thought, how I feel about Trump, I feel like he's way too cocky to want to cheat. Will he cheat and find loopholes in the system? Absolutely. I think everybody should find loopholes in the system. If you don't, then you stupid. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But I mean, to do something illegal, I can't see him doing something major illegal, yo. And I just want to know. I want to know how Michael Cohen sold them out. That was messed up.
Yeah, definitely. But I think hopefully his best tape. He put his best tape forward first. So if that was it, then he really didn't. They really don't got nothing on it. We'll see what else they have on those tapes. I guess. I guess we can get to the big story of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Jeong. How you pronounce Sarah's name? Sarah Jeong.
Jeong. Sarah
Jeong. Jeong. Mm-hmm. The freshly minted editor of the New York Times had some choice tweets to say about white folks. She was going in. I mean, she was unhinged. Somebody. I don't know who exposed these tweets, man. Is this another Cernovich special or no?
I don't know who this is. It's probably 4chan or Reddit. You know what I mean? Somebody on 4chan or Reddit exposed this. I didn't see it on Twitter. I just saw the trend and I'm like, ooh, got him. Yo, she's funny. She said, enjoying food is a novelty to white people who are bad at food. How you say you're bad at food, yo? Yo, she said, theoretically, you can't be racist against white people, but LOL, how else do you describe the weird dog smell rumor? Ooh. Yo, she was wilding up here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
Yo, but I was on 4chan. She was hooked up with some white dude. Some white dude giving the pipe.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Mama ain't raised no fool now. Say every woman is taught to get herself a white man. You know what I'm saying? Black women are taught to get themselves a white man. You know what I mean? Asian women, you see Asian women, every time I see an Asian woman, she's with a white man. Every once in a while you see a brother holding it down. You know what I'm saying? But they be with the white dudes. You see Lieutenant Dan for Forrest Gump had himself a little Asian thing. That's common, you know. But she's a lefty. She's Asian. That's that Asian privilege talking. You know what I mean? Asians got equity in America. They done bought up treasury bonds over here. So they people got a little bit more privilege than the average Nig or Caucasian. These people make average $84,000 a year or something like that. And I think white men are like at 64 or something. So, you know, Asians a little bit high up on the power structure, so she can get away with this. And the New York Times is the bracket brothers, so whatever they say goes.
Yeah, and you know everybody's talking about. You know, the New York Times is saying, "Hey, man, we're not firing her. We got her back." They knew. The thing is, they like if you become editor of New York Times, right? I'm sure they go and say, "Hey, we got to do a background check, search all her social media, everything else."
Yeah,
they knew these tweets were out here. They said, "Man, screw it, I don't care." Now, one thing we'll say, they'll use the controversy to sell a couple more papers, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, because the people that are mad at this aren't gonna read the New York Times anyway. They're not gonna pay for the New York Times anyway, unless they're like a real impartial individual. But that really doesn't happen. So New York Times said they're going to bat for her. John,
you want to know my theory?
What?
Here's my theory. My theory is they did her background check, right? They typed in white people. They seen she was slandering white people, and they was like, "You're hired." She's perfect. Get her up here right now. Fly her out. That's what I think happened. She's right on cue. Hating white people is in right now, yo. Like, I'm so mad. I'm like, damn, I should have stayed a liberal. I should have stayed a fucking black supremacist. I'll be popping right now. But
that's crowded over there, man. You really got to stand out, man. You really crowded over there.
Hell yeah, because you're right. It's crowded over there. You have to be gay too. You ain't standing out straight. I'd have to be talking bad about men, like we was talking earlier. But now I really think that she, you know, they saw that and that made her qualified. She's right on the pulse of what works. I want to read one of my tweets. My tweet went viral under the hashtag today, a little something. And basically, let me see where that right here. I said, nobody finds it odd that in a so-called system of white supremacy, anti-whiteness is popular and rewarded. Hashtag Sarah G on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They keep saying it's white supremacy, white supremacy. Well, if it's white supremacy, you know, why are they, you know, allowing the white man to be attacked? And even if that is the case, what is the agenda? Because that definitely ain't it. That's a, you know what I mean? that's the 52 fake out.
Yeah, like I said the same thing before, like concerning immigration. I mean, if there's such a white supremacy, how are they haven't been able to stop illegal immigration, and it's been happening for 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? But it's not surprising. You know, you don't never know. I think somebody in the chat said New York Times probably put the tweets out themselves. You know what I'm saying? So.
Word. They probably leaked them. Like, yo, all right, she got hired. Leak the tweets. Let's get this popping. They probably got mad subscriptions today.
Yeah, but the one thing I had a problem with is, like if you're a newspaper and this what validates the fake news angle that people use against mainstream media, because if you have editors that are so biased like that, you can't trust them to put out articles. They're going to say, oh, that's the bias, complicit bias. You know what I'm saying? You got to hire editors that, hey, man, this is good, this is bad. They're going to call right down the middle. You know, Sarah Jiang, whatever her name is, she's not going to call it down the middle. We all know that. She's implicitly biased against men, and specifically white men. White people, especially.
Yeah. Media has lost all objectivity, and I'm inclined to say it never had any objectivity.
You're probably right. They probably never had that shit in the first place.
And so I think what happened was the people who created it, right? They created it with the sole purpose of not being objective, and sold it to people as objective. And other people who wanted to become media decided to be objective. So it's a whole bunch of idiots running around being objective, and the people in power is like, man, y'all stupid. This shit is subjective material. That's what I think happened. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense, yo. I try to make sense of shit, like if I was in their shoes, and that's the only thing that makes sense. Like,
yeah, I think Mike had there was one more super chat I think came up there.
Oh yeah, what? Oh, Michael Andrula, Powerful Hotep, $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, man. Like, for real. Shout out to everybody that sent super chats. Yo, niggas are sending us money. That shit is so dope. Laurent Pelletier. Why wasn't Kim K on the prison reform meet with Trump? She is the prison reform, baby. Thank you, Laurent.
I think she was on the original one. You know, man. I think there was a couple, unless they just had one. But I remember a couple months ago she did meet, because everybody's like, "What Kim K gonna know about prison reform and shit like that?"
Yeah, she was leading that charge. That's what I'm saying. She is that. You know, she was on this since last year. You know, she was the one that was really like in Trump ear. You know what I mean? And don't forget, Kanye was right there. So Kim, first of all, you don't get a black woman out of jail without a year's worth of work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know Kim been working on this for a minute, because she got her out just like before. She got her out in time for summer. She got the black woman out just in time for the cookouts, my nigga. Like, what? That's so ill. But nah, I think she was on that panel, like you said, because people was complaining, like, what does Kim K know about this? I think Kim K was leading that charge.
Yeah. Yeah, so
thank you, Lauren. I appreciate you. Great question, too.
Next up, Tommy Robinson got out of jail yesterday, man.
Oh, wow.
You know, he went to jail. He was covering a grooming gang trial. I guess the UK they groom rape gangs or some crazy shit. Like, I don't know how the hell that happens, man. They should be out there with bats and shit like that. Can you even have a bat in the UK, man? They probably Yo, do you ever go on these, like, you go on 4chan or any of these sites, man? They'll show weapons that are confiscated from in the UK. Maybe have forks, like butter knives. Yo, man, it was crazy. I'm like, you can't even have a butter knife, man.
You can't have nothing out there, man.
Spoons,
man. Yo, that's that Orwellian system. You know what I'm saying? They got that on lock out there. Yeah,
but you know, when he was locked up, I had said this. I was like, man, there's nothing going to happen to that guy, man.
Yeah,
you know, because people are worried he's going to get in jail, and there are a lot of Muslim cats in jail, and you know he's very anti-Muslim in his speeches and shit like that. But I didn't think.
You worked in the jail before. Usually they separate cats if they know it's a threat. You know what I mean? If they know it's a threat, they usually just separate you.
Yeah. He was PC. He was in political PC, so he was all right. But you know,
protective custody.
I think he's got more. He's got more wave after this. You know what I mean? He's like almost been a martyr without dying.
Yo, for real. Which leads me to believe, dun dun dun. Is he for real?
No, I mean,
is he control ops?
I don't know, man. I do know he's friends with the boys in Tel Aviv. He went down there, shot with the IDF and all this other crazy stuff, man. So he's really connected.
Oh,
You know
he's
what I'm
glued
saying?
in.
So I knew nothing was going to happen to him. People were afraid. Oh, they're going to kill Tommy. I was like, man, they ain't killing a god. They ain't laying a hair on that man's head.
Yeah, like when cats told me, they was like, you know what I mean? I went on a time like, yo, who is Tommy Robinson? Usually I look up stuff. I'm like, yo, who is this guy? I looked it up, like, so why does he matter? You know what I'm saying? People started telling me, you know, he got arrested for filming outside the thing. And, you know, it was a trial in there with, you know, the Muslims, you know, with that, you know, whatever, you know, trafficking or whatever they done with the girls. Man, you know what that means, yo? Islam is strong. Islam is the almighty fist. It's just pounding out everything in its way. You see, London got a Muslim mayor.
Yeah.
They got the Muslims running London, my G. London? Has there ever been a black mayor in London? Can we get somebody Google that? Because if they beat us to it, you already know that means that Islam is strong. But Islam is a very strong religion, and it's coming for Europe. I mean, it's not the first time Europe had to expel Islam. This is how the last time when the Moors came into Europe, they brought that Islam with them, and it was a war then, and they kicked the Moors out. So is it going to be a war now? Are y'all going to incite the people to actually rise up and revolt? Is that what y'all pushing? Because that's what it seems like, especially when somebody can't even film outside the court. He just filming. He not doing nothing crazy. They said as soon as he say record, arrest him. He said record, and they arrested him. I'm like, wow, I'm not going to the UK.
Yeah, I think why he mattered because I think he was the only UK guy that was actually making a stand. You know what I mean? Like for a while, he was doing these videos and news and shit like that. Like I kind of followed it like loosely. You know what I mean? I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I did know he was like the premier guy trying to expose the pedophile gangs and the crimes that was happening and shit like that. You know. Mm-hmm. So I think that was. But I think, you know what I mean, they had to send him in jail to earn those stripes. He got a couple stripes on his belt, you know what I mean? Going to jail, he made a little sacrifice. And, you know, this is how they're going to pump up, you know, because, you know, the white British male is going to have to do something, man.
He came home like the white Meek Mill.
He came out like Meek.
He came out like That's what happened with Tommy Robinson, yo. So he popping now. Whatever he do, gonna have money on it, yo.
Yeah, so I do think they're trying to engineer like a some type of altercation between, you know, civilizations over in Europe. We'll see how far along we are in it. You know what I mean? I'm hoping I don't see it in my lifetime, but it's getting kind of crazy over there. Yeah. We'll see what happens with that.
Matthew Perry said he got his street cred.
Right. He went to jail, got his street cred. You know what I'm saying? That's how it
was. You got to go to jail once.
Well, they say he's been in jail before.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, but I think this is probably with more publicity with that center, and
yeah,
I
can't wait to get mine. It's true. I only want to do like 30 days. I can't do nothing longer than 30 days. Anything past 30 days, I'm going to have to opt out. Say I'll do 30 days for the movement. You know what I'm saying? DeRay didn't even do it 24. I'll do 30 days for the movement, nothing more though. So who is this? Nephilim Ninja of Nibiru. Woo! Now that's a woke name if I ever seen one. Nephilim Ninja of Nibiru, $5 super chat. Thanks for standing up for us crackers against the media. I'll call out the wigwags. Innocent live matter. Shout out to Ninja of Nibiru, man. He's funny.
Yeah. So, but we'll see what's going on, because I was surprised. You know, they were marching for Tommy and everything. You know what I mean? The Brits was, you know, the only thing you can get a march on some goddamn football game. But, you know what I mean? They started a march. I was surprised. I was kind of shocked, man.
Showed up for him. Yeah, showed up for him. I think that's beautiful, man. When you could do that and come home and everybody's just like, give you a parade. That's dope, man. No hate, no shade. I can't even hate on that.
Okay. Farrakhan, man. I'm pissed off, man. I'm pissed off. I was waiting for that biopic, man. I wanted to see Louis X with the violin, the old tapes. You know what I mean? They had to dust off the VHS to see Louis X with the violin. You know, come on, Netflix, man. What happened, man? Because there was outrage, but it wasn't really outrage, man.
Yo, the outrage came from the right.
Yeah, man. This is like I was on some. This is why I can't stand some people on the right, man. They go on some sucker shit, man. Like sometimes you can't be just let it ride, man. What's the difference? Like if you let this ride, like I was trying to say, man, if they had David Duke on there, I'd watch that.
Word.
You know, I watch David Duke, I watch Farrakhan. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Why would you be upset that Farrakhan would get a Netflix special? There's worse stuff on Netflix than to be a Farrakhan.
Big facts. Big facts. Big facts.
You know what I mean? So that wasn't even that it doesn't even compute to me. Like even if you hate, this is what I understand. People say, "Sunday, and I hate Farrakhan." I'm like, I don't hate David Duke. I don't know David Duke. I might not agree with him. Why would I hate him? You know what I'm saying? Did people get in their feelings about what people say on video and shit like that? I mean, this guy just out here spitting shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Metaphors and shit like that. I mean, sometimes you can get a gem, sometimes you can't. But yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean he shouldn't have a platform. It doesn't mean he shouldn't be heard.
Right. You know, that's why we can't have equality, man. Because you got the right. We over here talking about free speech, and not censoring the content. And as soon as Farrakhan step up and something, because what happened was the day before. The day before is really when it broke. I'm like, oh, Farrakhan coming to Netflix? I'm like, how the hell he pull that shit off? I'm like, there's no way Farrakhan's on Netflix. I'm like, yo, that's a power move. I did not see that coming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm surprised they let that rock. So I'm like, what's he gonna say? And then I seen the right, and I'm like, yo, wait. I'm like, yo, why is my timeline against this? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm logging off for the day, yo, because I'm trying to figure this shit out. So I log off or whatever. But it's just crazy because we want the free speech. And then as soon as we see somebody else getting the free speech, we attack it. So we working against our own interest at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think people on the right feel they've been taking some losses. I think with like Roseanne and other people getting kicked off and stuff. I don't know. I don't think Roseanne was like the most conservative show out there, but I mean it was different than the typical liberal type stuff. You know, I think people saw that and they want to get in on it too. You know what I mean? I think there was somebody else that got fired besides Roseanne. But that's what they keep. Mainly, that's why they keep bringing up is Roseanne got fired. These people should get fired too. I'm like, well, Roseanne shouldn't have got fired. We can understand it, but that doesn't mean you can like so you can kick somebody else out for the same reason. No, you're helping the machine. You know what I mean? To be honest with you.
Exactly. I mean, it reminds me of when Farrakhan dropped that video off on Twitter and I watched it, and when I saw it, I'm like, yo, they about to suspend his account. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't suspend him, they unverified him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You remember that video?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, they unverified him, yo. I'm like, wow. They just like, dude, took that away. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that right there had me messed up for a week, because I expected them to get suspended. You know what I'm saying? But they took his. I'm like, that's real petty. Like, that's real petty. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like it, suspend his account. Call it hate speech, like you do everything else. You're just gonna take his tag away? Like, we just don't endorse this. All right, I get it. Whatever. And then the Netflix thing, it was just like, how do you have Farrakhan on your bill? You announce it and then denounce it the next day. That to me tells me that it was pressure. There was pressure on Netflix to pull it. And Farrakhan in his response. Matter of fact, we got to pull up Farrakhan's response. The Lewis minister Farrakhan, you know what I'm saying? OG Hotep. Here go right here. Nation of Islam official statement on Netflix cancellation August 1st, 2018. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan produced a documentary entitled My Life's Journey Through Music. So he not even talking about nothing crazy. He just talk about music. Because he do music. He dropped the album and everything. All right. So he says, as late as July 30th, 2018, Netflix published this documentary, published that this documentary would be coming August 1st on its media platform. On July 31st, 2018, less than 24 hours before the airing of the documentary, the Nation of Islam became aware through the news and online outlets that Netflix decided not to air it due to internal miscommunication. What?
Miscommunication.
The Nation of Islam has not been informed of what was the alleged internal miscommunication. The timing of Netflix's decision at the 11th hour. I love how that nation's so precise. Their team is on point. To cancel the airing of the documentary affected millions of potential viewers and raises more questions than answers. It does raise more questions than answers. In light of this untimely sequence of events, did Netflix bow to outside forces in canceling the airing of the documentary? Did media pressure contribute to this result? What do the opponents of truth not want you to learn about the minister Farrakhan? In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and the Merciful.
But you know what kills me? If you strip away like his racial talk, man, he preaches conservative values, and that's what kind of makes me mad that like people on right are so bad. I'm like, hey, y'all need to just relax, man. They just relax. If you just get to his gist of his message is fine. You know what I mean? But with African American, they caught it to shine. You gotta throw in that racial thing, or people ain't gonna pay attention. A lot of these knowledge ain't gonna pay attention to it.
Right.
That reels him in. That reels him in. When he start talking that thing, he reels him in. And then you try to throw other stuff out.
Yeah, and that's what people don't understand. It's definitely a game. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with the church. The church uses the devil, and they lure you in with that, and then they give you some game. So it's the same game, just a different enemy. But I think there was media pressure. I do think that the opponents of truth do not want you to learn about Minister Farrakhan. You know what I mean? Because that miscommunication, that's like the ultimate. That's like how you cancel a date. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought it was Friday.
must have been a miscommunication. That's how you curse.
You gonna read these last super chats, man? I think a couple.
Oh, damn! I didn't even know we had super chats. My bad. Blah 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 blah. Wait. Oh my God! I just saw something I did not want to read. Can dirty, ugly Muslims be Hotep? John J. John J. What is up, yo? Damn, yo. All right. Well, first of all, welcome back, John J. This is like episode 6, and you've been rocking with us from the start. You know what I'm saying? Email me, hotepjesus@gmail.com. I'm going to send you a Hotep Nation shirt. I like you, man. I like you. And we got to have a conversation. We got to talk one day. Another one. Damn. Another $5. John Jay. I mean, sure, Malcolm X was like the only based black guy back in the day, but he was still a GOAT effer. John Jay. Are you married, John? Laurent Pelletier. Is Nation of Islam supported by Muslims? Obama asking for a friend. I don't know if Obama's rocking with him. They do have ties. I remember Farrakhan was cool with Gaddafi. You know, so I think that she was asking, is the Nation of Islam supported by Muslims? And I'm like, of course they're supported by black Muslims, but I think what she's asking is like the Arab Muslims, the Arab world. And I know he was cool with Gaddafi, you know, but I'm sure there's some sort of ties to Mecca and all of that.
Yeah, I thought there was some ties, but it wasn't like serious. You know what I mean? I've even heard some Muslims say not even respect them. You know what I mean? But I mean,
Yeah.
it is. I don't know. That's some interreligion shit. I mean, stuff. You're best off asking a Muslim, I guess. I wouldn't. Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you should go. You should go down to 125th Street, Harlem, or wherever you at. Ask the Muslims, see how they feel. You know.
Anyway, what you else got? Well, this is a wrap. Another episode down. What you got? What you got? You got anything special coming up, man? What's going on?
HotepNation.com is under construction. We're hiring writers. So if you guys want to write for Hotep Nation, we're looking for bloggers. Paid work. We're paying. Thanks to our faithful people that donate over at Patreon. If you want to donate to Hotep Nation, you can do so at patreon.com/Hotep Nation. This live stream was sponsored by Lola and Doe Soap. Shout out to Doe holding it down with the. If you want to make money, Hotep Nation, through our president, Doe Dubes, has a way for you to make money. Doe Dubes has a soap company that's great for the family. Moisturizes your skin, gets a deep clean, and it smells great. Leaves you smelling great. And if you want, you can become an affiliate for this program. Go to lolaanddoe.com and sign up. You can visit the link also in the description box. If you want to build your own brand and you want to know how to do that online, you can download my book at booksbybrian.com for $35. Coupon code Starbucks, get $8 off. Also, don't forget to donate to patreon.com/Handy Mayhem and support Uncle Hotep and his movement. YouTube.com/Handy Mayhem. Subscribe to his channel. He doing it big over there. And that's all, man. See you guys next week.
All right, y'all. Take it easy. Thanks for tuning in.